Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Chill Out podcast. I'm super excited to be spending some time with you, by the way. The Christmas tree is lit up. It's a vibe. I'm chilling on the couch. I feel super zen and like cozy and all of that. And I'm just like really excited to be hanging out with you guys. So, welcome back. Today, we are doing something a little festive, a little bit of coziness. And with the holidays coming up, I've been thinking a lot about traditions, not the kind that you feel like you have to do, but the ones that actually make you feel joyful and happy and all of those good vibes. And I feel like that one Christmas song where it says, "This is like the happiest time of the year." Oh my gosh, the vibes are flowing, okay? And it's literally almost Christmas. How crazy. So, we all know that the holidays can be magical, but they can also feel super overwhelming. Think about it, like the pressure is on, okay? Like everyone is like starting to, slow down, get all of their like last minute work tasks complete and all of that. And then obviously like the Christmas shopping. All of the pressure to maybe host a party or attend a party and to just be like merry all the time, 24/7. And it's a lot. And honestly, sometimes it's hard to know what really matters versus what everyone else says should matter. So, in this episode, I want to share some of my personal festive rituals and how I make celebrations more intentional and cozy and meaningful. And I just really want to encourage you to like find or create traditions that actually resonate with you, not the ones that like society necessarily tells you that you should follow, but ones that feel really, genuine to you. And yeah, like let's get into it. Even before I get into sharing my own personal traditions, I want to take a moment to talk about why holiday traditions actually matter. So think about it. Traditions, whether it's big or small, are more than just habits or things that we do because that's what we're supposed to do. They are like rituals that give our lives rhythm and grounding and meaning. And they help us create memories and connect with people that we really care about and make ordinary days feel a little more special. Like, think about it. Even something as simple as making a cup of hot cocoa on like a really cozy, relaxing, chill evening, or like lighting a candle at night can become such a small tradition that signals comfort and intentionality. And the tricky part is that not all traditions are inherently joyful. Some come loaded with expectation and comparison or guilt. Holiday shopping that leaves you exhausted and stressed out. Or maybe it's those like Pinterest perfect decorations or elaborate meals that society says that you should be doing, and suddenly the magic of the holidays get buried under pressure. And honestly, I think that's why so many people feel burnt out this time of year. It's supposed to be a time of year that feels happy and joyful and vibey and fun. And I just think that sometimes we get it's like this added layer of pressure that like sometimes you don't really enjoy the holidays that much because it's just like a lot going on. And that's why I really wanted to do an episode where we can actually just like slow down and focus on what's important and how you can really make the holiday season more enjoyable for you. That's where intention comes in. Choosing traditions intentionally means picking rituals that actually reflect your values and your energy and what truly makes you happy, instead of what looks good on Instagram or what everyone else says is like normal. Intentional traditions are ones that tend to bring us a lot of warmth in life and comfort and connection and joy, even if they are small or like super simple. And they're also flexible. They don't need to happen the exact same every single year. They just need to serve you in the best way possible and make you happy. And for me, over the years, I've had to learn to let go of the idea of perfection. I stopped putting a lot of pressure on myself and trying to like live up to like this perfect expectation of what the Christmas period should be. And I think that I maybe got that because I've always really had great Christmases when I was a kid. Like my dad made it very special for us. It was like a thing in our household. And Christmas morning was really special. Christmas Eve was really special. And we really celebrated that season in the best way that I can remember. And it was always really nice, and I just have these fond memories of being around your family and everyone being really happy and your gift giving. And it's just like amazing energy during this time of year. And we used to do this thing where all of us as cousins would go around and like look at the lights during the Christmas time. And our like area had like some of the best lights in Cape Town, literally. So people would really put in the effort. And just being able to be around family during that time and like spending it with like your brothers and your parents and like people that mean a lot to you, I've always had such great memories. And that moment like just before the festive period, like you just get really excited and like giddy about it. And then on the 1st of December, you like decorate the tree. And those are the types of traditions that I remember, with like Christmas music playing and really good food on Christmas Day. And everyone's just happy. And my dad would always like film us while we would open up all of our gifts on Christmas morning. And it was just a vibe, honestly. So I think that that's probably why I have a really high expectation for Christmas. And as I've gotten older, I've started trying to be a little bit more realistic because I am an adult, you know, and you have responsibilities and you have work that you need to finish and all of that. So you can't sometimes live up to the hype or how things necessarily were when you were a kid. But it's also important to be able to create maybe new traditions and a new way to approach the holiday season. So yeah, that's exactly why I really felt so compelled to like do this episode, because first of all, I love Christmas. It's honestly, it's one of my actually no, it's not one, it's my favorite holiday of all time. I just realized that like the magic of the season wasn't in perfection, it was in the connection and the reflection and a little moment of joy that feels authentic to me, whether that's like lighting candles in my apartment or putting on a playlist that makes me feel cozy, taking a quiet moment with a cup of tea. Like these small rituals become my real tradition. And in my other episode, I actually spoke about this little mini Christmas tree that I got, that I wanted to kind of do something different this year. So I was like walking around the store and then I saw this like white Christmas tree and I was like, you know what, that is very cute. Like I have a perfect place to put it in my apartment, and I just needed some Christmas energy because this year has just been so busy and I'm so grateful for this year. And so I feel so blessed. So as you're like approaching the end of the year, it's hard to kind of slow down and switch off. And I wanted to still remind myself that, hey, it is December, it is the Christmas period. And I just wanted something in my home that was going to remind me of that. And also to remind me that it is okay to slow down and smell the roses and enjoy the moment. And that's kind of what I really wanted to share with you guys is I just want you to understand, that the holidays are yours to shape. Traditions should bring warmth and meaning and joy, not stress or comparison. And they're like an opportunity to create intentional, memorable moments that leave you feeling grounded and connected with yourself and your loved ones and just the season itself. So as we move into the rest of this episode, I want you to really reflect on your own traditions. Which ones actually bring you joy? Which ones feel like obligation? And what could you do differently this year to make your celebrations feel more intentional and more cozy and meaningful? Now let's get into one of my favorite parts of the season, my own personal holiday rituals. And these are the things that make December feel intentional and cozy and joyful for me. And I hope that they inspire you to think about your own traditions in a way that actually sparks some happiness. Like, that happiness that you get when you're walking in the mall and it's December and you can hear the Christmas carols. Okay, they're playing that instrumental Christmas songs like in the atmosphere. Like it's a vibe. The Christmas decorations are up. Everyone's just in a good mood, okay? And that's just the feeling of the start of the season for me. And first off, watching Christmas movies, this is a non-negotiable for me, guys. Like I start as soon as December hits. There's something about settling in on the couch, maybe with a blanket or like a warm drink. And it is summer in December for us, so it's not like it's a snowy little night outside, okay? But, sometimes it's nice to be cozy and get on the couch and put on a blanket, okay, with a nice movie. So that's like my whole vibe. and just like getting lost in the story of the movie and the whole holiday vibe of it all. And yes, I honestly cannot wait to watch The Grinch. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's hands down my favorite Christmas movie of all time. I mean, honestly, who doesn't like The Grinch? It's like a classic fave. Like, I feel like for everybody, I think. But it's definitely a favorite for me, and I've been holding off on watching it. I'm probably going to be watching it very soon. But I usually take that movie, and that's like my time. Like, no disruptions. I just want to be locked in, and I want to be cozy with some snacks and just vibing out to The Grinch. There's just something about that movie that's like so nostalgic, and I don't know, I just love it. It's like the typical Christmas vibe, you know? Another ritual that I love is decorating the tree. So I don't really stress about perfection. I used to be such a perfectionist growing up. It was crazy. Like, I would be so hard on myself and like literally stress myself out to the point where I would get headaches and I would not feel that well. Okay. And as I've gotten older, I've just started to sort of let go of a lot of stress that I put onto myself and like perfection and all of that type of stuff. And it's just the only way to live life, honestly. Like, I've actually feel like I've kind of mastered dealing in chaos, I think. Still debatable. But I don't hold myself to a standard of like absolute perfection all the time. I obviously give my best. That's not what I'm saying. But I mean, like, you know, when you just add all of this extra pressure to be perfect all the time, and it literally stresses you out to a point where you honestly are not enjoying anything. So now I've just tried to not be that way, and it's actually a great feeling. So over time, I just realized that, you know what, it's not about aesthetics, okay? And look, I love a good aesthetic. I'm not gonna lie. But it's also about enjoying it, okay? And making it feel vibey and Christmassy and all of that. And it's all about the process and putting the tree together and choosing the ornaments and like hearing the Christmas songs in the background. It's just a simple ritual that fills the space with warmth and joy and presence. And like I said, I bought a little bit of a, you know, a little mini Christmas tree for myself with some nice lights, and that's like my vibe. I didn't actually put up my usual Christmas tree that I have because I really want to invest in a really nice one, like a much bigger one. But I didn't put that one up this year. I decided to rather put up my mini one. It's giving me vibes, it's giving me Christmassy energy, you know, so that's fine for me. But definitely decorating the Christmas tree is something that I really cherish. It's a really great memory that I have of my childhood. And who doesn't love to like decorate a Christmas tree, honestly? It's such a fun vibe. Like, you put on some Christmas music, or you have like a really good Christmas movie playing in the background, and you're putting the ornaments and the lights on the tree and the star on the tree, and it's just a vibe, honestly. So that's definitely a ritual that I definitely love, and it's something that allows me to be more in the present moment and more enjoying the whole vibe of the season. So speaking of music, listening to Christmas songs all month long is another ritual that instantly puts me in a festive mindset. So Christmas carols, you know, the upbeat Michael Bublé album. I've literally been playing Justin Bieber's entire Christmas album in my car, inside, when I'm working. Like, it's a vibe. That whole album is a masterpiece. Michael Bublé's Christmas album, vibes, love it. It's on too. And then I also have, you know, the classic favorites. And there's just literally something about music that has this magical ability to like shift energy and create some atmosphere. And I've also found that it helps me to slow down and enjoy the little moments, whether I'm cooking or walking or just sitting with a cup of tea. There's just something about creating that ambience. Is that how you say it? Ambience? I haven't used that word in a very long time. But it creates a vibe, okay? It's an atmosphere. It brings you back to the moment, you know? One of the biggest ways that I like to honor the season is by slowing down in the evenings. Instead of being glued to my laptop all evening, I'll take time to like go outside, watch the sunset. Maybe I'll be fancy and take a drive down to the beach. Luckily, I live really close to the beach, so it's beautiful sunsets, I mean, honestly. So that's something that I like to do, whether it's like reading a book in the evening or just sitting quietly with like my favorite matcha drink, you know? Oh my gosh. I honestly sound so basic, but I swear I'm not. Maybe. I don't know. These pauses are my version of a holiday ritual, a way to honor my own energy and reflect on the day and really feel the season rather than just like scroll through it. and not actually take a moment to enjoy it. Because I mean, Christmas comes around once a year, December comes around once a year. So it is important to take some time to really slow down and look around, look at the sky, reflect on the year and like reflect on your day and write on your goals and take some time to really focus on what you need in that moment and enjoy the season for what it is. And one of my friends is actually a really big like Christmas girl too, which is amazing. So we've been like, pumping each other up on like different things that we're doing this season. And it's so nice, to like have someone who gets it, who also likes watching Christmas movies, loves decorations, loves the carols, loves all of like the little treats and stuff. It's a vibe. So I love spending time with people or like chatting with people that are also really into the whole festive time. And it's really nice because you kind of like feed off each other's energy and like get really excited about it. And it's just a vibe, honestly. So my one friend is honestly, she's like a Christmas queen, okay? She really outdoes herself, and it's just so cool to like see and like be friends with someone like that, because it's like, oh my gosh, like finally I find someone that really loves Christmas as much or even more than I do, which is amazing. I also really like to mix connection with solitude. So some evenings I'll like make plans with like a friend or whatever and like hang out with them, or sometimes I'll just be by myself, which is like a lot of the time, which I really enjoy. So I will like journal or watch a movie or reflect on my day, write down anything that I need to get done, or even just like writing little notes of gratitude, which is something that I'm slowly getting into again. So what I would do before is I would take my journal, and every morning and every evening I would just write down 5 things in the morning and in the evening that I'm grateful for. And sometimes I would repeat myself a lot, which you will do. But just the fact that you are doing the act of expressing gratitude, there's just something beautiful about it, and it sort of changes your perspective a lot. So I'm trying to get back into that again because, sometimes you start something and you get caught up in whatever and then you forget to do it, and then eventually it just like is not something that you do again. So I definitely want to get back into that again because it was really valuable to my mindset, to be honest. So I would definitely recommend it. If you're ever feeling sad or you are constantly comparing yourself to other people, even if it's just subconsciously, I think a great way to reframe your brain back to being grateful and looking at all of the things in your life as blessings, I think it's a great way to change your perspective and to allow you to enjoy life more. That sounds like so Pinteresty, but I swear, guys, it literally works, trust me. The key to all of these rituals is that they feel like me. They aren't about impressing anyone or checking a list. They're about warmth and presence and slowing down in a way that feels natural to me. And that's exactly what I want for you too. Like, I want you to find moments that make the season feel joyful and cozy and meaningful without any pressure. So as we go through the rest of the episode, I encourage you to think about your own rituals. What are things that you look forward to that actually make you feel good? And what traditions could you start this year that bring you more joy and connection and peace? So now that I've shared some of my own rituals, I feel like we should talk about how to make your holiday traditions more intentional. And I mean the kind that actually bring joy instead of stress, because here's the thing, traditions only matter if they serve you, not if they're just what everyone else says that you should do. So intentional traditions for me start with awareness. So take a moment and really ask yourself, which rituals make me feel alive and joyful and connected? Which ones feel like obligation or stress? That little reflection alone can shift how you approach the season. For example, if you notice that hosting a big dinner party every year leaves you feeling overwhelmed and stressed out, maybe this year you should scale it down. Like, order in something that you love, or invite a few people over and have like a little, vibe at your house. Whatever allows the experience to feel more meaningful instead of draining and stressful, like try and do more of that. And another way to make traditions feel intentional is to align them with your energy and your values. So maybe you love quiet evenings or cozy rituals and mindfulness, like lighting candles or journaling or taking a walk on the beach at sunset. Those things become your traditions if you choose them, not because you're following an external expectations. And for me, listening to Christmas songs while I decorate the tree or watching The Grinch every December are small rituals that reflect my energy and what makes me feel joy. They're simple, but they bring intentionality to the season. I also think that being intentional means that traditions can be flexible, okay? So they should be totally yours. For example, one year I started an evening gratitude walk, okay? Reflecting on the past year and setting intentions for the next. It was just like a really small practice that I would do, but it immediately became one of my favorite seasonal rituals because it felt more grounded and meaningful. So it's something that I like to do a lot now. Some years you might feel like going all out with decorations. Other years you might just light a candle and call it a day, and that's totally fine. The purpose isn't perfection, it's presence. It's about creating moments that nourish your mind and make you feel good. And I just think that if you are struggling to really get into like the festive vibe, try and like do something that you remember maybe when you were a kid that made you more excited about Christmas and the whole festive period, and try and incorporate that into your life. Or think about things that you do on a day-to-day where you feel a lot of joy and it makes you really happy, and maybe you can kind of incorporate that into a new seasonal ritual that you can do every year for yourself. So it's all about like really figuring out what works for you at the end of the day. I just think that overall the goal is to create a holiday season that feels yours, right? That doesn't feel performative or like you're ticking off tons of things on a checklist. And when you do this, even small moments like enjoying a sunset or sipping a sundowner, okay, after a really long week, or singing along to a favorite holiday song, those types of things become part of a ritual that actually brings you joy, and it's something that you can look forward to and get excited about. So as you move through this season, I encourage you to think about what traditions you can start, modify maybe, or sort of let go of, and which rituals make you feel more present and connected. Which ones feel authentic to you? That's the secret to celebrating the holidays in a way that's intentional. So I really want to share with you guys some of my favorite Christmas movies. As mentioned, I love The Grinch. It's just a classic favorite. Like, who doesn't want to watch that movie? Okay? It makes you want to go to that cheerful city called Whoville. I love a good Dr. Seuss moment. But I also really love basically almost all of the Christmas movies on Netflix. So I've watched The Christmas Prince, Part 1, 2, and 3. The movie called The Princess Switch, which is also really good. A Christmas Night. There was a really good one that I watched the other day. I think it was called Champagne Problems. It was about like this girl that fell in love with this guy in France. Like, honestly, oh, I just love a good rom-com that's like Christmas inspired. I mean, come on. Like, honestly, a girl can dream. But I just love those types of movies. They just make you feel so good. And then there was this other one that I really loved. It was called California Christmas. It's just like, come on. This guy, he's a city guy, and he ends up on a farm, and it's just a beautiful Christmas movie. And he falls in love with this girl that lives on this farm. I just love those simpy, swoon-worthy, romantic Christmas movies. I mean, I know they're predictable, okay, but I just love them so much, and it's just something that I really love to watch, especially during like the December period, because it just kind of gets you into that whole mood. Some of my favorite Christmas albums, definitely the Justin Bieber one, Mistletoe. I mean, honestly, it's a masterpiece. His voice is just glorious, honestly. Definitely Michael Bublé's Christmas album. That is on repeat every single year. Sometimes I even listen to it like throughout January because I just can't let go of the festive period yet, you know. Once you're in it, you're in it. So that's a really great one. And Bing Crosby, I think that's how you say his name. Wow. His music, his voice is just unmatched, honestly. I think it was like 2 years ago. I went to this like carols at candlelight type of thing, and it was so beautiful. Like, I just went with a few friends, and it was so nice to be in this like outdoor space listening to these beautiful carols. You're around like really good people, having some snacks, the lights are on, it's a sunset. I mean, honestly, it's a vibe. And then I love doing Christmas markets because they have the best little Christmas treats. Those Christmas cookies shaped as a Christmas tree, Santa Claus's face. I mean, come on. And they also have really good like cute gift ideas to like put in like your stockings. Good stocking stuffers. I just love those markets so much because I'm a sucker for dessert, and Christmas just has the best desserts during this time of year. Like, I mean, come on. Oh yes, and like, what is Christmas without an ugly Christmas sweater? I personally don't think that they're ugly. I don't know why people call it ugly Christmas sweater. I think they're super cute, and I actually saw one online of the Grinch with his face on it, and I was like, that is so cute, I have to get it. Like, they're just a really nice thing to wear. It just makes you feel nice and cozy inside, like you're almost in a Christmas movie and it's like snowing outside, you know, that whole ambiance and vibe. Total vibe, honestly. Those are the types of things that genuinely bring me joy during this time, and obviously being around loved ones and experiencing that with them, it's just a beautiful time to just be happy, express gratitude, and just have a lot of fun. And I just think that the key is to choose rituals that actually feel good for you, not what society or social media says that you should do. The holidays are about creating space for joy and happiness and warmth and reflection and rest, you know, not stress and comparison and feeling like you have to be perfect all the time. And I just think that the whole perspective shift for me was trying to be more intentional about those rituals, especially, you know, being an adult now and trying to sort of continue some of the rituals that I've enjoyed growing up, you know, applying them to my life now, like just sharing the Christmas cheer. I really hope that today's episode inspired you to pause and reflect and create rituals that feel joyful and meaningful for you. The holidays don't have to be perfect or Pinterest worthy. They just need to feel like you. They just need to feel enjoyable. And before we go, I want you to really take a moment, even if it's just now in your head, and think, what's one small ritual that I can start this year that'll bring me some bit of joy? Maybe it's a gratitude walk, a cozy evening with some music in the background, or even starting your Christmas movie marathon early like I do. Whatever it is, give yourself permission to make it your own and make it special, and allow yourself to be present and enjoy the season for what it is. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. As always, I love hanging out with you, and I hope you are inspired to create traditions that truly bring you joy and happiness, and that you can carry this intention into the rest of your holiday season. I can't wait to hear about the traditions that you create this year. If you want, send me a DM or like tag me on Instagram or something. I would love to see how you're making the holidays your own, and yeah, like spread some Christmas cheer, okay? Show some gratitude for all of the blessings in your life, and I hope you guys have an amazing holiday season. Enjoy it. Have fun. You know, create a vibe for yourself. I love you, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.